Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. A source told In Touch, Martha Stewart has seen hundreds of Meghan types come and go, and says they all come in with the same self-inflated hype, only to find out it's a whole new ball game when it comes down to brass tacks. She's tired of being quizzed by people over how she feels about Meghan's venture, because honestly, it's irritating and insulting to her that she's being compared to a rookie. If Meghan thinks she can come along and replicate that with barely any experience simply because she's married to a prince, she better think again. Martha doesn't put a whole lot of faith in her succeeding, but if she does prove to be any competition, Martha won't hold back in trying to take her down. Taking another look at Roya Nicker's Prince Harry at 40 piece from the Sunday Times, Roya quotes a close friend of Harry saying, "He made his decision to leave for his family. That was the right choice and he has no regrets. One of the primary reasons for them leaving the UK was the institutional and media issues they felt they faced. So for that, they must feel vindicated. But did he get what he wanted? No. The perfect scenario was to get what they originally asked for. We'd like to move and still be semi-royals, so they're finding another way of doing it." A source who has known Harry since they were just teenagers said, "I know how important it is for him to have a happy, settled family life. But you need to do more than that if you're him," says a source who has known Harry since his teenage years. He has ended up isolated from his family and most of his old mates in an environment where your friendships are not like the ones you forged as a young man. He used to love a night out in the pub, hanging out in the country with friends. Maybe he has grown into a different person, but do I think he'd really suit the Californian lifestyle? No. Now we've seen it all play out. What has that left him with? On the surface, an enviable lifestyle. But for the Harry I know, I can't imagine that gilded exile in California is where he wanted to end up. Harry and Meghan have formed a close bond with Canadian music mogul David Foster and his wife, Catherine McPhee, a former school friend of Meghan's. The relationship between Harry and Foster has even been described as akin to father and son dynamic, highlighting the deep trust they have in each other. However, the changes in their lives have affected Harry's long-standing friendships, while he remains in contact with a few key individuals, such as Charlie Van Straubenzee, a school friend from Ludgrove, and Mark Dyer, a former equerry to King Charles, who's been a close aide to both Harry and William. His overall friendship circle has notably diminished. Harry's connection with Van Straubenzee and Dyer is significant, as both men are godparents to his son, Archie, underscoring the deep ties he still maintains with some of his oldest friends. Despite this, Harry has openly acknowledged that the process of stepping back from the royal family has cost him several friendships, a sentiment he shared in the couple's Netflix series, where he expressed a sense of loss over the relationships that have faded during this transformative period in his life. The piece took a look at Harry's current friends. We're told many are not happy with the way Harry has discussed the family. One friend told Roya, "I can't believe he'd stoop so low. It's outrageously disloyal. Oprah, Netflix, and then the book. 3 strikes and you're out." Another friend of William and Harry's says, "Harry and Meghan could have left with dignity and decency and not trashed the institution. The conclusion is they've made money from trashing his family." One of Harry's oldest friends says, "He's an angry boy. Things haven't turned out how he wanted. I think he misses being over here in Britain desperately and wants to be admired more. Anyone who knows him feels he'd rather be top of the pops here with everyone loving him, as they do with William and Kate." The ghostwriter behind Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, J.R. Moringer, reportedly pushed the Duke to delve deeper into certain topics. According to journalist Marina Hyde, speaking on the podcast The Rest is Entertainment with Richard Osman, Hyde explained that Moringer, known for his work on Andre Agassi's acclaimed autobiography, encouraged Harry to share more, particularly about sensitive subjects. She noted that the really sensational or raw stuff often emerges after spending extensive time with the subject, and these revelations tend to dominate headlines. Hyde elaborated, saying that it's typically after months of building trust that the intense personal stuff surfaces, which is often the most newsworthy. Despite the book's success, there have been rumors of potential film adaptation. However, sources indicate that Harry has decided against selling the film rights, a move praised by royal experts. Vanity Fair's Katie Nicholl commented that retaining the rights was a sensible decision, as a film could have exacerbated tensions with the royal family and led to further controversy. More Palace in just a moment. Monday was so busy we didn't get to tell you about Kate and a Nerf gun, which normally would be a lead-off story, never mind a back of the pod story 2 days later. William and Kate delighted royal fans by making a surprise appearance with their children at the Gone Wild Festival in Holcombe Hall in Norfolk. The family joined in on a high-energy Nerf gun party, complete with toy guns and smoke bombs, much to the excitement of other festival goers. Princess Kate enthusiastically participated, grabbing a Nerf gun and running around with her children while playing games like Stuck in the Mud. Prince Louis was particularly spirited, reportedly shouting, "Nerf or nothing, let's do this," as he dashed around the play area. The family reportedly attended the festival with friends and specifically requested a high-intensity, non-stop game of Nerf fun, making the day a memorable and wholesome family outing. Their presence at the festival, especially their active participation in such a playful event, further endeared the royal family to the public, showcasing their down-to-earth and fun-loving side. Now, such a fun Nerf story is the sort of story you'd feed the press if you didn't want anyone talking about your sister-in-law's faux royal tour, especially given how little Kate news there has been this year. Unfortunately, for Nerf herders, the Times had other ideas for this week's news cycle. Meghan played the Diana card during the Colombia trip, which usually gets media attention. Meghan wore a pair of earrings that once belonged to Princess Diana, the delicate butterfly stud earrings, which were previously worn by Diana during a trip to Canada in May of 1986. These earrings, known for their understated elegance, were not just a nod to Diana's impeccable style, but also carried a powerful message. The butterfly design symbolizes transformation, hope, and rebirth, fitting themes for a visit focused on inspiring and nurturing young minds, such like Diana did in her life before her marriage to King Charles in 1981. Diana was a primary school teacher in London, a role that highlighted her deep commitment to children and education. Meghan's decision to wear these earrings during such an occasion could be seen as a tribute to Diana's legacy, particularly her dedication to children's welfare. It also subtly emphasized Meghan's tendency to attempt to channel Diana, drawing on the shared values of compassion and service. It has been reported that King Charles is planning to end the private security arrangements for his brother Prince Andrew, following the loss of his publicly funded police protection in 2022 due to his withdrawal from royal duties amid scandal. Prince Andrew's security has been privately funded by Charles. However, according to reports, this arrangement will end in November, signalling further distancing of Prince Andrew from royal privileges and support. Andrew is thought to have joined his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson, daughters Princess Eugenie and Beatrice, and the wider royal family on their summer break at Balmoral. A source told The Express, Andrew has hardly left Royal Lodge since Christmas, so he's very much looking forward to getting away with the rest of the family at Balmoral. He's turned into a bit of a recluse, so the girls are hoping that some nice family time with his grandchildren will help cheer him up a bit, bring him out of his shell. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice. Send us a review or some stars if you're enjoying the show. And don't forget, we have merch and subscriptions available. Just check the show notes for all the links. It helps the show. We really, really appreciate it. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.